Hello everyone, this is CamronTube HD, and today I will be looking for all the goofs in the episode The Fogman. Hope you guys enjoy.
It was winter on the island of Sodor. The first fogs had begun to roll in from the sea. Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle loved the quiet of Misty Valley. But Thomas must be careful of rocks that sometimes roll onto the tracks. Cyril the Fogman has a very important job. He puts detonators on the tracks to warn the engines when there's fog ahead. Ooh, shivered Thomas as he ran over the detonator. That made my axles tingle.
Okay, so here's the first goof of the episode. If you look closely at Thomas's boiler to the side, you notice that there's a bit of a chip in it.
Cyril's done his job, said his driver. We better slow down.
Okay guys, so this next part isn't a goof, but for this shot, I want to take a real good close look at Thomas's driver and fireman. You notice that his driver has light brown hair and his fireman has dark brown hair. We'll come back to this later.
There's fog ahead. Thank you, Cyril, said Thomas. That night at the sheds, Sir Topham Hatt had something special to show the engines.
Guys, so here's the next goof of the episode. If you take a close look at one of the people off to the side here, you notice that one of their arms is falling off.
It was very large and strange looking. What is it? Asked Percy.
Okay guys, so here's the next goof of the episode. If you take a close look at Percy's cab, you notice his driver is now gone, but in the previous scene, he was there. So what, did he just like jump out of the cab in between shots?
It's a new invention, a railway foghorn, said Sir Topham Hatt. It warns you when there's fog ahead, like this.
Okay guys, so here's the next goofy episode. When Sir Topham Hatt uses the foghorn for the first time and the roof tiles start falling off of one of the buildings, there's already roof tile on the ground.
That's loud, said Percy. Too loud, huffed James. Sounds like a tugboat to me, grumbled Gordon. Thomas looked worried. What will Cyril do now, he asked. He will be getting a much-needed rest, said Sir Topham Hatt. Besides, this new foghorn will be more reliable. Poor Cyril, whispered Thomas. He's been scrapped. The next day, Percy was cheerfully chuffing through Misty Valley when suddenly... Oh, jeepers, exclaimed Percy.
Okay guys, so here's the next goofy episode. When Percy's chuffing through Misty Valley, if you look in the background, the tracks should come to an end. And not only that, where did Percy's freight cars go?
That foghorn is so loud it rattles my dome. And it doesn't even make my axles tingle.
Okay guys, so here's the next goof. If you look in Percy's cab, what is that?
Still, we'd better slow down, said his driver. There's fog ahead. The foghorn had been so loud that it made the hillside shake. No sooner was Percy out of sight when one rock fell, then another, and another. Before long, the track was blocked, and the foghorn was crushed.
Okay, so it was just a big avalanche, and so now there's only that little bit of damage to the foghorn? I'm very confused about that.
Not far away, Thomas was happily puffing right on time.
Hey guys, so here's the next goof. If you look closely at Thomas, you notice there's a bit of sticky tack on his face.
I can't see a thing, said Thomas. And then, before he could even think of anything else, bust my buffers, cried Thomas. What happened to the foghorn?
There's another chip on Thomas's boiler.
I don't know, said his driver, but at least nobody's been hurt. Toby will be coming down the line any minute, said his fireman.
Okay guys, so remember earlier when I said you had to pay close attention to Thomas's driver and fireman? It appears that now in this scene, they now swapped places. The driver is now the fireman, and the fireman is now the driver.
If there's no fog warning, said Thomas, he'll run into us. Leave it to me, called a voice from the fog. It's Cyril, said Thomas.
There's more stick attack on Thomas's face. And also in this one shot, Thomas has wonky eyes. Also in this one shot, the camera moves slightly up a bit. So what, is that like 3 goofs in like one scene?
I hope he's in time. Toby and his coach Henrietta were chuffing along. Toby was looking forward to a well-earned drink at the next station when... Fog detonators, puffed Toby. There must be fog ahead, said his driver. We better slow down.
Here's another goof. Did Toby's driver shave his mustache off? Because I remember in the episode Toby and the Flood, his driver had a mustache.
And just around the next bend, with his axle still tingling, Toby was very glad they did. Otherwise, they would have crashed into Thomas's wreck. Soon the tracks were cleared and Thomas was back on the rails. If it hadn't been for Cyril, said Thomas.
There's more stick attack on Thomas's face.
Toby might have had a worse accident than me. Instead of replacing Cyril with the foghorn, said Sir Topham Hatt, we'll replace the foghorn with Cyril. You're clearly more reliable. Thank you, sir, said Cyril. And thank you, said Toby. New inventions are all very well, said Thomas. But they don't make my axles tingle, said Percy.
And here's the last goof I found. If you look closely by Percy's funnel, you know there's a chip in his paint. Okay guys, so that's all the goofs I found in the episode The Fogman. Now if there are any goofs I didn't point out, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. If you guys want me to do more goof videos, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.